Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, and this is Terrifying Tuesday, where we just talk about all things horror. And today we're going to be talking about something that was said about Neve Campbell's potential ability to return in the Scream franchise, so let's jump right into it. So one of the producers of the Scream franchise, a man named William Sherak, has talked a little bit in comicbook.com about how Neve Campbell is important to the Scream franchise, how she could always come back, how she always has a place. This has been something that I personally been saying for a long time, that Neve Campbell is our Laurie Strode. She is the Laurie Strode of the Scream universe, and she always has a spot to come back in, no matter what. No matter what they choose to do with the movies, you can always squeeze her in. In fact, she was supposed to be in the last movie, but a paycheck dispute resulted in her not being in the movie. That's perfectly fine because ultimately she didn't really have a big role in the movie. It wouldn't have been that big. It wouldn't have been that important. She wasn't going to college with them, and she really had no business to be in New York. And a lot of people talked about how they had the throwaway line saying that she was out living doing something else. And it was a throwaway line to just let you know what she's up to. And a lot of people didn't like that, but a lot of people like me thought it was genius because it allows them to tell you that she's okay without actually having to tell you she's okay. It allows for them to make sure that you know that Neve Campbell could potentially return at any given time. And that is important for this franchise to know that. If you can have her return no matter what's going on in the story, it works. Sam being the killer or potentially flipping out in any sequels that come along doesn't change Neve Campbell coming back. And that's the theory. A lot of people do still have the theory that Sam will snap, that Sam will suddenly be the killer. And that would be interesting because you never see a scenario where the final girl is a killer. You see it every now and then, but not enough to really, be cliche. And so I think it would work. But if you do that, that's when you need someone like Neve Campbell back. And I don't think that's the way they're going to go, though. I don't see Sam suddenly snapping and being the bad guy. I really don't. But the idea that he said that Neve Campbell always has the potential to come back to the franchise, no matter what's going on in it, that she can essentially be dropped into any Scream story, that part of that excites me. And people always say that she is important, that the killers are only there because of her, and that's still kind of true. But the way they're doing things right now, they could change that. They could take that and kind of throw it out the window. They have the kind of way to do that right now with this idea that Sam is being chased by new killers. And yes, of course, she sees her father's image and mirrors and stuff. And a lot of people don't like that. But that adds to that character. That adds to the will she become insane or not. But we're going to assume she will never become insane. In fact, the story will probably split off from her at some point if she continues to be our final girl. And they'll come up with something to do there where other people will step in, other killers with other motives will happen in the franchise, and it will be a wonderful thing. Because the franchise may always be Neve Campbell's, but she doesn't always have to be in the movie. However, it is interesting to note that Neve Campbell has said that she doesn't believe that Sidney Prescott's story is over. And that's exciting because that means that, hey, this was a paycheck dispute. But if you give me what I'm worth and you give me the story and I'm a bigger part of the story, then I'm in. And I wouldn't want it any other way. I wouldn't want Neve Campbell to come back for a little tiny cameo. I kind of didn't like that when they did it the last time. I felt that she deserved more in that plot. And that's one of my only complaints about that movie, was that her role was so small in that movie. But if you look back, even as far as Scream 3, Sidney was kind of isolated from the rest of the group, but at least her role was bigger. And having Neve Campbell means you give her a bigger role. And when you give her that bigger role, give her the money that she deserves to come back in. The idea that she has said that she doesn't think the story's over presents something exciting for us as fans. It allows the opportunity that, yes, she may return at any time. And with him saying this explicitly, that she is Scream, that she is essential to the story, and that she always has a spot in there, and they can fit her into any Scream story that's written. I like that as a concept, but I just would like them to do it and make sure that while they're doing this, that they give her something that's worthwhile for her to do. I think that having her in there is important to the plot only when it's important to the plot. Having her in there when it's not important to the plot kind of hurts the overall Scream experience. That's kind of why I said I wasn't too disappointed she wasn't in the last Scream movie. But I want to know what you guys think. Are you excited about this news that came out that he has said that she will always have a spot in the Scream franchise? What do you guys think about this? I want to know what you guys think. All right, everyone. So we definitely want to hear from you in the comments below. And don't forget to share this video with all of your friends so that they can be a part of the conversation as well. We definitely want to hear from them too. And then make sure that you are hitting that like button. YouTube says they like it. I definitely like it and appreciate it every time you hit it. So go ahead and do that for us. Hit that like button. It's free. And then Miko says we need more subscribers. And look at this face. You don't want to disappoint Miko. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You know you want to. And then while you're down there, hit that notification bell as well so you don't miss a single one of our videos. And then friends, at the end of the day, you know it, I know it, and Miko knows it. Fandom is family.